it's fruit time. I've got this guy here. Now, what is this called? It has a lot of different names. The first time I had it, I got it from a fruit vendor. I had no idea what it was called. The vendor didn't know what it was called. There was just a sign with a price on it. So I bought it, I ate it, I liked it. No idea what it was. I couldn't even look it up. Eventually, I did a show for a Jamaican family, and they offered me some. They had some. I guess these grow in Jamaica, all over the place, and they called it a Guinep. So I went online and looked up Guinep, and they did come up, but along with a bunch of other names as well. I'm going to actually read these off to you because there's so many. They are called Spanish limes, Guineps, Geneps, Quinepa, Mammon, Mamoncillo, Shinette, Guinep, Guaya, Skinip, Skinup, Kenep, Kenepa, Limoncillo, Guinepa, Shenepa, Nipa, Anancillo, and Aki, which is very confusing. One reason that's confusing is there's so many names. If you went to a vendor, people wouldn't know what you're talking about. I think that the most common ones in English would be to call this a Spanish lime or a Mamoncillo. Mamoncillo is actually, the word mammon means to suck, which makes sense because you actually have to suck the fruit off of this thing. I'll show you when I open it up. Aki, which this is called in some places, is really confusing because there's another fruit that is called an Aki almost exclusively. They're actually related to lychees and longans and rambutans. Those are all members of the soapberry family, and they're all these peelable type of fruits like that. And if you see inside there, you have this kind of beige salmon colored kind of flesh around the seed there. And what that is it's actually the aril of the seed or of the fruit. And as you see, all the flesh is really it's firmly attached to that seed, unlike a lychee or a longan or rambutan where the flesh separates pretty easily. This is on there firm, so when you eat it, you suck on it. A lot of people don't like these because of the texture. You're sucking on a slimy little nut, so it's not exactly for everybody. Despite the connotations, I actually like the flavor a lot, and I think that they actually make a pretty good date food. Because you take a bunch of these little guys with somebody and you go on a picnic, you can have a lot of fun. One, sucking on the seeds. That's really sexy. And then you can also launch them. And you can make a game out of it. See who can launch your seed the furthest. If you manage to save all the seeds too, I'll show you there's a trick you can do with those as well. What these taste like, it's a little bit like lychee actually. It's a little bit like lychee flavor, but more sour. So it's a little more citrusy. I've heard these are compared to being a mixture between a lime and a lychee. I'd say that's probably pretty accurate. Some people they use they put chili powder or salt on them and make it more savory. I like them just plain as they are. See, show you my half-eaten food there. See, some of that pulp is all sucked away there. After you suck all the flesh off, you can save these seeds and you can roast them. So I'm going to show you that next. So this is the a bunch of the seeds of the Spanish lime fruits. I ate all the flesh off of it, and I collected the seeds. I know it's kind of gross. I did wash them though. So you take the seeds when you're done, and you wash them, and set your oven on as high as it goes. I don't really know how to use my broiler, so I'm setting mine to 500, and you put that in once it's preheated. Put it I put it on the top rack, just so it gets the most heat, and you let that cook for a little while, and I'll show you what happens. I'm not too sure how long it's going to take. It's about 7:06 now, so let's see when they get done. Okay, it's 7:22, and I just heard one of them explode, which is, I'm guessing a sign that they're done. I'm going to take these guys out. Yeah, they look kind of toasty now. I'm assuming they're okay. And you can kind of like tell that they're done when all of the all the fruit is kind of charred off now. Yeah, you don't need to clean these super well. If there's like still a little fruit on it, it's okay. And also, if you give it a little shake, you can hear the inside of the seed shaking around. So it's another sign that they're done. Give it maybe another 10 minutes to cool off. Okay, so they're cool now, and I can touch them. They're okay. If you shake them, you can feel the little seeds shaking around. What I'm going to do is I'm going to show you this one here, the inside. I'm not going to get too elaborate and do like a full review of these, but they taste like chestnuts. What I do is I will often just like peel them all, put them in a bowl, and add some salt to it. And they're good. As you see, they have like two little halves there. They look kind of like a peanut, but they taste more like a chestnut. I like them. They're like a very fun little fruit. A lot of things you could do with it. So if you ever come across them, check them out.
My dream, it's a win on my side. I'm lost in a state.